Um, I am Shirley Pavaraque. I am 28 years old. I am from Barranquilla, but now I live in Valledupar, Cesar. I have had a degree in English as a foreign language, and I would like to know your adjectives from your file as a teacher. Okay?
Okay.
I would like to ask you some questions about your profession as a teacher, such as your expectations, your skills, teaching strategies, and experience as an English teacher. Okay?
Okay.
Miss Jenny, do you have a description of your work um, profile?
Okay. Enthusiastic and dedicated assistant teacher with experience teaching and supporting elementary level classroom, serving students with different learning styles. I am a Bachelor of English as a foreign language student at the University Nacional Abierta y a Distancia UNAD, with more than 2 years of experience in the public sector. I seek to create and foster positive relationship with students, Steve, family member of the student, provide, provide dedication, love for education, and the desire to possibly impact the life of students. I like to follow lesson plans and foster a classroom environment that is conducive to learning.
Okay, very good. Um, why are you considered the ideal person for this job?
Okay, as a teacher of the English degree area, I am a person with values, with a huge degree of dedication when carrying out my work. I always like to be punctual at work, and I always seek to promote teamwork. I am a person dedicated to teaching and supporting students with the purpose of always generating in them learning with now tools and now didactic process that allow them to support their knowledge and be able to put into practice, always instilling their projection for the future. Mm, I like follow lesson. I like to follow lesson plan and foster a classroom environment that is conduct to learning and to ensure that students feel motivated to learn a second language, always creating relationship with the students and their family, thus helping to achieve a positive impact on education life of each of them.
Oh, great. Um, have you imagined and doing an activity that you don't like?
At one point in my life, I had to work in a part that I didn't like, but due to life circumstance, I had to do it was a very hard stage of my life, but I assumed it with all the effort and dedication.
Okay. Um, are you update in TIC or TIC management?
Yes, thanks both at the university and in previous job, it will be of great importance to be up to date with its tool. Since in education, they allow the development of skills in the processing and handling of information, the handling of hardware and software, among other from various areas of knowledge. This is because we are now with that generation in which technology has become very important and necessary.
Okay. Um, 5 years from now, does the opposition match your expectations for the future?
Yes, because in the future I want to be proving my service as a teacher science. It is what I like to do in this position meets my expectation in everything related to work, personal and professional matter.
Mm, great. What do you like to do in your free time?
In my free time, I like to visit my friend. I like to exercise. I like to travel to nearby place. I like to read and listen to music.
Okay. Um, okay. Um, mentions some of your skills that you consider important.
Yes, customer service, adaptability, ability to work in a team, computer skill, communication skill. This fine skill I consider to cover much of my working life.
Okay. Um, according to your resume, according to your resume, um, had you had experience in previous years as an English teacher? Tell me a little about them.
Okay, in my first job as a teacher is was able to demonstrate my skill implementing activities based on the learning of a second language through didactic resources for the motivation of the student. I always look for learning in general and carrying out group work. In this way, I was able to put my knowledge into practice, always with the purpose of giving the best of myself and helping a student in their training process. In my second job, I was able to continue demonstrating my skill by proving support to a student in the way of learning through recreational activity to motivate them to learn the English language. In these ways, I always look for a student to be able to carry out each activity that take place in the class. This way, they can put into practice the learning of a second language and master the four skills necessary for this purpose, such as speaking, listening, writing, and reading.
Okay. Miss Jenny, will you continue applying the sound strategies, or do you think you should apply indirect strategies for student learning?
Currently, technology is updating information, therefore, I have always thought that new strategies should be applied, but to improve and also because it is very important to always implement new form of teaching within one way or another help the student can learn new learning tools. The greater diversity of tools and strategy in many cases possibly help learning reflect and increase in the academic performance of students.
Oh, great. Miss Jenny, have you ever thought about what your ideal job will be?
Okay. I consider myself a person who can adapt to the circumstance. Therefore, I have always
Okay. Thank you very much your participations. Tell me.
no now. Thank you
Okay. Okay, Miss Janice.
very much.
Nice to me. Thank you your participation. Bye bye. See you the next. Sorry. See you. See you soon.
Okay.